So I asked the cards specifically about that person who walked away from you. You know the one, I mean. We have all had that person who we thought was everything and then they just disappeared or chose someone else or made some decision that left us questioning everything. Well, Cancer, the cards are telling me a very different story about what is happening on their side right now, and honestly, it is making me emotional just pulling these cards. Let me start with what I pulled first, and this completely took me by surprise. I got the Eight of Swords, and when I say this card jumped out of the deck, I mean it literally flew across my table. This person who let you go is feeling completely trapped right now, Cancer. They are realizing that every choice they made after leaving you has led them into this mental prison they created for themselves. The Eight of Swords is not just about feeling stuck. It is about being stuck because of your own limiting beliefs and poor decisions. This person is lying awake at night, replaying every moment with you, and seeing so clearly now how they sabotaged the best thing that ever happened to them. They are surrounded by all these swords of regret, and the worst part for them is they know they put themselves there. What makes this even more intense is that the Eight of Swords represents someone who has all the tools to free themselves, but they are so caught up in their own head that they cannot see the way out. They want to reach out to you, Cancer, but they have convinced themselves that they burned that bridge completely. They are paralyzed by their own shame and regret. I kept pulling cards because this energy was so strong, and then I got the Four of Pentacles. Now, normally when people think about someone holding on tight to something, they think this person is being possessive about money or material things, but that is not what I am seeing here at all. This person is clutching onto the memory of you, like their life depends on it. The Four of Pentacles is showing me someone who is hoarding every text message you ever sent them, every photo, every little reminder of your time together. They have become obsessed with preserving what they had with you because they know deep in their soul that they will never find anything like it again. This card is about scarcity mindset, and they are operating from this place of knowing they lost something irreplaceable. But here is what is really getting to me about this Four of Pentacles energy. This person is so busy holding on to the past version of your connection that they are completely unable to create anything new or meaningful with anyone else. Every person they meet gets compared to you, and nobody measures up. They are emotionally and energetically unavailable because all their resources are tied up in what they lost. Then the cards showed me something that made my heart skip a beat. I pulled the Knight of Cups, and this is where things get really interesting, Cancer. The Knight of Cups is the romantic hero of the tarot deck, the person who shows up with grand gestures and deep emotions and a willingness to fight for love. This is the energy that is building around this person right now. They are moving from that trapped Eight of Swords mentality into this Knight of Cups energy where they are ready to do whatever it takes to make things right with you. This is not just wishful thinking on their part. This is them actually taking action. The Knight of Cups does not just dream about love. He pursues it with everything he has got. I am seeing this person preparing to reach out to you in a way that is going to completely surprise you, Cancer. They are done playing games and done pretending they are okay without you. The Knight of Cups represents someone who has processed their emotions and is ready to be vulnerable and honest about their feelings. This person is about to show up in your life with a level of emotional maturity and commitment that they never had before. What is so beautiful about the Knight of Cups is that he represents someone who has learned from their mistakes and is approaching love from a much deeper place. This person did not just realize they miss you, they realized what love actually means, and they know they had it with you and threw it away. The next card that came through was the Ten of Wands, and oh my goodness, Cancer, this explains so much about why they left in the first place and why they are suffering so much now. The Ten of Wands represents someone who took on way too much responsibility and burden and eventually collapsed under the weight of it all. When this person walked away from you, they thought they were choosing the easier path. Maybe they thought the relationship with you required too much work, or too much emotional investment, or too much commitment. They saw your love as another burden to carry instead of recognizing it as the support system that would have made everything else easier. Now they are carrying this Ten of Wands energy in the worst possible way. They are shouldering the burden of their mistake, the weight of their regret, the responsibility of fixing what they broke, and the exhaustion of trying to find with other people what came naturally with you. They are completely overwhelmed by the consequences of their choice. But here is what the Ten of Wands also represents Cancer. It is the card of someone who is willing to carry a heavy load because they know the destination is worth it. This person is now prepared to do the hard work of earning your trust back and rebuilding what they destroyed. They understand now that real love requires effort, and they are ready to put in that effort. Then I pulled a card that absolutely floored me, and I had to put the deck down for a moment. The Three of Swords reversed showed up, and Cancer, this is telling me everything about their emotional journey right now. When the Three of Swords is upright, it represents heartbreak and betrayal and emotional pain. But reversed, it represents healing from heartbreak and learning from betrayal and emotional growth. This person is not just missing you. They are actively healing from the heartbreak they caused themselves. They are processing why they made such a destructive choice, and they are doing the internal work to make sure they never make that mistake again. The Three of Swords reversed is someone who has been through the fire and come out transformed. What makes this card so powerful in your reading is that it represents someone who now understands the value of what they lost because they have experienced the pain of losing it. They are not coming back to you from a place of convenience or boredom. They are coming back from a place of genuine transformation and appreciation. The Three of Swords reversed also indicates that they have forgiven themselves enough to believe they might deserve a second chance with you. This is someone who has done the work to heal their own patterns and wounds so they can show up differently in your life. The final card I pulled made me emotional, and I am not even going to lie to you, Cancer. I got the Star, and this card represents hope and healing and spiritual guidance and everything beautiful about starting over with wisdom and love. The Star comes after the Tower in the major arcana, which means it represents the hope and renewal that comes after complete destruction. This person has been through their Tower moment, that complete collapse and destruction of their old way of thinking and being. Now they are in their Star phase where they are being guided by something higher than their ego and their fear. They are seeing you as their guiding light, their hope for a future that actually makes sense. The Star is also the card of wishes and dreams coming true, but only after you have done the spiritual work to align with your highest good. This person has been forced to confront all their patterns and wounds, and they have chosen to heal instead of just moving on to the next person. You are their North Star, Cancer, the thing that guides them back to their true self. What I love about the Star in this position is that it represents someone who is approaching you from a place of genuine spiritual connection rather than just physical attraction or emotional need. They see your relationship as something sacred now, something worth fighting for and protecting and nurturing. So let me bring all of this together for you, Cancer, because the story these cards are telling is absolutely beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time. This person who walked away from you is going through the most intense period of regret and realization of their entire life. They are trapped in their own mental prison of shame and regret, but they are also doing the work to break free from those patterns. They are holding on to every memory of you like precious treasure, because they know in their bones that what you had together was irreplaceable. Nobody else makes them feel the way you did. Nobody else understands them the way you did. Nobody else loves them the way you did. They have tried to move on, and every attempt has just made them more aware of what they lost. The beautiful part is that they are not just wallowing in regret, they are transforming because of it. They are becoming the Knight of Cups, the romantic hero who is willing to fight for real love. They are healing their Three of Swords wounds and finding their Star hope, and they are preparing to show up in your life as a completely different person than the one who walked away. Now, Cancer, I want you to sit with this energy, but I also want you to be smart about it. The cards are showing me their energy and their realization, but that does not mean you have to do anything with this information. You get to choose what happens next. You get to decide if and when and how you want to engage with this person if they do reach out. What I will say is that the transformation energy around them feels very real and very deep. This is not someone who is just lonely or bored or looking for familiar comfort. This is someone who has been fundamentally changed by losing you, and they are approaching the possibility of reconnection from a place of genuine growth and commitment. The cards are also telling me that you, Cancer, have been on your own journey during this time apart. You have been healing and growing and becoming even more amazing than you were before. You are not the same person they left, and they are not the same person who left you. If there is a reunion, it will be between two evolved souls who understand the value of real love. I keep getting this image of two people meeting again, but this time, both of them are carrying the wisdom of their separation. Both of them understand what they lost, and both of them are committed to never losing it again. That is the energy I am feeling around your situation, Cancer. Whatever happens, I want you to know that you are absolutely irreplaceable, and the fact that this person is realizing that so intensely right now is just confirmation of what you already know about yourself. You love deeply and completely, and anyone who gets that gift from you should treasure it. If they do not, then that is their loss and their lesson to learn. The star energy tells me that everything is working out exactly as it should. Sometimes people need to lose something precious to understand its value. Sometimes people need to go through their own darkness to appreciate the light that someone else brings to their life. This person is in that process right now, and you get to decide how you want to respond to their awakening. Trust your intuition, Cancer. Trust your worth. Trust that the universe has a plan that serves your highest good, whether that includes this person or not. The cards are showing me that you have choices coming your way, and all of them lead to happiness and love and the recognition you deserve. I hope this reading brought you some clarity and comfort, Cancer. The energy around you is so beautiful right now, and I just want you to know that everything you have been feeling and wondering about is valid and the answers are coming. Stay open to love, but stay true to yourself. You deserve nothing less than everything.